Candy Crush, you're on there.
Do you feel under pressure?
Get your teams first of all.
Yeah, we come here in good health, no injury problems. Borna's carrying a couple of kicks actually from the weekend, so we'll have to make a late decision on Borna, but we've made sure that if he is not available, we've got enough with us to cover. So we've brought John and Andy along with us as well. But if Borna pulls through, he'll play, but we'll have to wait and see and make a late decision on it.
Just also get your reaction to yesterday's news about Dave Kine, obviously.
Just before we go on to that, sorry, I missed Jermaine Defoe got injured today in training. It's not a big problem. Yeah. He'll be touch and go for the weekend, but he's ruled out for tomorrow. Sorry.
Just news yesterday, Dave Kine is stepping down as chairman. Can you just give us your reaction to that?
Yeah, I met Dave on Saturday night. We had dinner together. He told me about his decision. In terms of myself, I've got massive respect for Dave, the job he's done by chairing the board. The good thing and the positive thing from my point of view is he's not going anywhere, so he'll still be a shareholder, he'll still be about. I think it's important for me that I've got that relationship. Dave's someone who I trust very much. He's given me fantastic support. He was a big influence on my decision to come here in the first place, and the main thing that came out of the meal between me and him from a personal point of view is that the relationship won't change, so he's still going to be there for me, and that's very important.
How close has your relationship been with Dave over the 18 months you've been here?
Yeah, as close as it needs to be. I mean, every time Dave's over, we always make sure we get together and spend some hours together and talk about the team, individual players, the progress, a couple of the setbacks. We always have a review of where we're at. I don't think that'll change, so we'll continue to sit down together when he's over. I've got contact into him, whether that be by phone or email, and he's always very quick to respond, and he's always been there for me from day one. The very pleasing thing for me is that won't change.
The club's come such a long way under his tenure as chairman.
Can I stop? We're just going to move on from the chairman. Just keep it
One more.
relevant to the game.
I was just going to ask, obviously you've got a big game tomorrow night.
Yes.
8 in the last 32, you've got a cup final coming. It's just in terms of getting him some tangible legacy to leave behind as chairman, that must be a big
I don't think the results or the game moving forward will impact his legacy. I think you've seen the reaction he got in the AGM, and you've seen the reaction he's got since he mentioned the news, and he deserves that, because he reluctantly went into the role in the first place, and he's gave 5 years of his life up and dedicated it to Rangers to improve the club and put it in a better position than when he took it. So I've got nothing but admiration and respect for him. I obviously know him from a personal point of view now, and got to know him really well. He's a good guy, he's a good type, and he really cares about this football club and the supporters. But I'm sure the board will continue to move forward. The good thing is he's going to be staying as part of that, and I think that's important for everyone.
How different do you feel this final side is from the one that came to Ibrox, given the fact that it's Dick Advocate now in charge?
Yeah, I mean, Dick's a manager and has been for many, many years. He's someone who I've got an incredible amount of respect for. Very successful coach, big experiences throughout Europe. So I think a manager like that taking over is always going to give a team a lift. He's always going to improve certain things. I'm sure he looked in a Feyenoord and could see where they were going wrong, and he's tried to tweak and improve certain things. I've noticed that, having studied the Feyenoord, the recent performances and results. So yeah, it'll be a different challenge and a more difficult challenge, if you like, than the one we faced at Ibrox. We obviously had the support right behind us on the night, who were fantastic. I'm sure that's going to be the case in their favour tomorrow. And this has got all the makings of being a very interesting game, and certainly one that we're looking forward to.
I know making the last 32 would be massive for the club, but for you personally, this early in your managerial career, how big an achievement would that be?
I haven't really thought about it. This is certainly not about me. This is something that I'd maybe look back at the end of my career and judge it then. But for me, the focus is very much on the 90 minutes and the threats, what Feyenoord are going to pose us. How we're going to stop it, the game plan I need to deliver to the players to make sure they're prepared and ready to go. Preparation's gone well. This is about the team, this is about the club. It'd be It'd be a big achievement for the club if you compare, where it was when we first started. It was 18 months ago. It would be big, of course it would, but from a personal point of view, it's not important. It's important for the club, the team, the fans, because it put us on a different level.
When you're picking a side for such a big game like this, how important is it to strike the right balance between sort of players with ability on the pitch, but also the players that have that mental side?
Yeah, it's important. Balance is the right word. I think I'm going to need the players to be brave. I'm going to have players who can handle the atmosphere, certainly early on in this game. It's the reason why I rested the fella to my right at the weekend, to make sure that he's fresh going into the game. So, yeah, I need big players who've got character and who are brave. I can't use the word I want to use, but they're definitely going to have to stand up and be counted.
It must be a good sign that you've seen that from your players already in the group stage games this season. We've certainly rehearsed this type of challenge. We've been to Legia in front of an incredible atmosphere and handled the crowd and stood up and be brave, and we stuck together out there. It was a really tough match in a hostile atmosphere. So we've certainly rehearsed the environment and the atmosphere, but I'm still going to need me players to perform. I'm going to need me attacking players to provide big moments for us, and as a team and a group we're going to have to stick together for the whole 90 minutes, because we're aware that this challenge is a lot tougher than the one we faced at Ibrox.
Did you play out here before, and if so, do you use that experience to give the guys any sort of words of what they can expect?
I haven't played in this in terms of a real game, in terms of a European fixture. I played here in Dirk Kuyt's testimonial, and I was surrounded by world-class footballers, so it was quite easy, to be honest. But it was more of a festival atmosphere to celebrate Dirk Kuyt's career, who deserved it. A teammate of mine who is a legend here at the club, and rightly so, but I can't give them any tips in terms of this arena, but I'm sure they're all well aware. I don't have to speak to the likes of Davo and players like that who've played massive international games in these type of arenas. I think we know what to expect, and we're really looking forward to it. I see it as a challenge and something that we should be really looking forward to rather than fearing.
Take one at the back.
Yeah, Mr. Gerrard, I'm Martin from NOS Dutch Television. I was told that Rangers fans, they got 3,000 tickets, but I believe 10,000 fans expected here. What does this say about the Rangers, about the club? And are you also a bit worried about this, that so many fans coming but maybe don't have tickets?
I think that's Rangers. Magnificent support. They want to follow the team anywhere in the world, and they want to support and back the team in the numbers. I'm not surprised by it. I'm not sure whether you are, but I'm really looking forward to hearing our fans make some noise tomorrow and get behind the team, and hopefully we can reward them with a performance to make them happy come the end of the game. What I will say is it's important the fans behave, because we've got 2 games left, and the last thing we need is any punishments moving forward, because whatever happens tomorrow and in the next game, we need our supporters right behind us, and they've been fantastic so far.
Sorry, just to interrupt. It's not going to be 10,000, but we'll get you an official number afterwards. So
good to know. Thank you. Of course, I remember you as a fantastic midfielder, and now you made a transition to become a manager. Could you talk me through the process? How hard it is? Is it something you enjoy a lot?
Yeah, I certainly enjoy it, or I wouldn't be doing it. There is certainly a transition. It's very different from being a player. It's nowhere near as enjoyable, I'll tell you that. It's very different. I'm obviously starting out on my own personal journey, which I'm trying to improve and grow all the time. But it's not about me. This press conference is about the game tomorrow and the challenge that we face, and my personal stuff can stay to one side.
Have you got any questions for Steven Davis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Stephen, what do you think of the manager?
Why did you ask him that? He's not going to say anything bad. Ask him after, and then he can say all the bad things. Next question.
In general, so to say, then, about the level of the team and how things are going. Is it good as you want?
Yeah, I feel that the team's improving and progressing, and certainly since I've came to the club, obviously last January, again, and we feel like we're moving in the right direction, but there's still obviously a lot of room to continue to get better.
And did you recover from the missed penalty?
Yeah, it's fair. Obviously, it was disappointing for me on the night. I don't think it would have had any effect in terms of qualification for us from the group automatically. So, unfortunately, these things happen. But yeah, I've recovered from that.
Last question. We could say the Rangers are in control in the group, more or less. I mean, two games to go. Could this have its effect on the game tomorrow?
I don't think we'll take our eye off the ball. We've put ourselves in a strong position in the group, but we still realise that we're playing against good opposition with quality players, so there's still work to be done, and hopefully we can replicate the performance tomorrow night that we've shown already in the group games, and hopefully that'll be good enough to get us a result.
Ronnie, did you have a question at the back? Can we take it from there, please? Thank you.
Sorry, Stephen, just in terms of and what would it mean for Rangers in terms of qualifying? You've played for this club obviously before and won trophies and whatnot. What would the last 32, especially this season, under Steven do for confidence, and how big of a issue would it be?
Yeah, well, I think it's about continuing to improve and progress, and certainly would be a big step in the right direction. And since the qualifying games at the end of June, start of July, it's a journey that we've thoroughly enjoyed, testing ourselves against teams of this quality, and we want that to continue for as long as possible. So we're determined to see that through in the final 2 games.
As I was talking about coming to atmospheres like this, but as a player during this campaign, you have stood up to all those big European stages so far. What's that confidence like in and amongst the players coming to places like this? The fear factor must be gone now in that sense.
Yeah, I think we can take a lot of confidence from obviously performances that we've shown today away from home as well. And I think coming into hostile environments, it's something to relish. You want to play in these kind of stadiums under that kind of pressure and under that atmosphere as well. So it's a game that we're thoroughly looking forward to.
We'll make this the last one, please.
Stephen, just wondered, as a Rangers fan growing up, a Dick Advocaat Rangers team, would that be the one that you sort of remember the most from your childhood? Yeah,
I've certainly got memories of that side, and obviously a lot of top quality players that he brought to the club at that stage. So yeah, I don't know, obviously Dick Advocaat personally, he was obviously the manager of Zenit whenever we played them in the final, but hopefully we'll get a better result than that tomorrow night.
Okay, thanks everyone. We'll do the local